So a very important thing when you are buying an investment property is to look out for your yields based on that investment property. This is very dependent on what you want to achieve in terms of your ROI for your investment. But what we at Streets Ahead like to look for is investment opportunities of about 7% and higher. So Danny's we're trying to look for those. So Danny's going to explain to us how you work out your gross and net yield. The two are very different, but it's really important to know when you're buying an investment property. So take us away, Dan.
Perfect. So as Courtney has already said, there is the gross yield and then there's your net yield. There's a lot of confusion sometimes in the market between the two, especially for your new investors or property buyers. And the gross yield, we'll start with that one, is the more basic one. It's just your rental that you're going to get per month. And if you're buying an existing property, you've already got the forecast of that rental if you've got a tenant in there. But if you're buying off plan, it gets a bit difficult. So you have to estimate what kind of rental you'll be getting. So
based on the location?
Yes, based on your location. And to do this, I would chat to an estate agent or do a bit of market research yourself to get a good idea. And how you work out your gross yield, after that tangent, is your rental times 12 divided by your purchase price times 100. And that will be your gross yield. And that's quite interesting because, so I don't know, let me just say that again. Rental, so your 22,000 Rand a month times 12 divided by your purchase price. Also included in the purchase price must be the VAT or transfer duty, whatever you've paid, your costs. And then times 100 to get it into your percentage, and that's your gross yield.
And you times by 12 because there's 12 months in the year, so that's how you work that out.
And then your net yield is also quite interesting. So that'll be your rental less all of your direct expenses to that property. There is sometimes confusion about what exactly is included in those expenses, and some people take it to the extreme. I just like to take the direct costs. When I say extreme, it's like every cent with, for example, taxes and everything. But that can be very time consuming, and if you want a high level overview of what your net yield is going to be, I would take your rental minus your rates and taxes, and then I'd minus your levies as well, because those are two big items. And then also management fees. If you've paid someone to manage your apartment for you, those need to be taken into account because they can really affect your yield. And any other direct costs, maybe you've got a lease where you are paying for the electricity or the water, then those would be deducted. Direct costs to that rental. So we'll go the rental, using my hands again. Rental minus your direct costs times 12, because they're 12 months in a year, divided by your purchase price and times 100 to get it into the percentage.
Okay, cool. So let's just summarize that again quickly. Your net and your gross yield. How do you work it out? Just the mathematical.
Gross yield is rental times 12 divided by purchase price times 100. And then your net yield is rental minus direct expenses divided by your purchase price times 100. And it's actually quite scary how the two, it sounds simple now when we're speaking about it, but the two differentiate so drastically. Like, that's why if you're working out quickly your yields, it can look like a great investment opportunity, but you need to be very specific if you are going on your gross yields or your net, because after all those direct expenses, for example, high levies or high rates and taxes, it can take a great investment and make it not so appealing afterwards.
So very important to do your homework and do the numbers, guys.
Yes.
Awesome. So that's how you work out your net and gross yield. Thanks again for watching. If you guys have any questions, pop us a message or comment on this video. We are very happy to help where we can. Thanks so much for watching.
Cool. There, I didn't say bye.
I was waiting for the bye.